Hey, what's going on, my friends? This is Dave Wood, and what I want to do is I want to go over with you some things that can create whatever you want to create in your life on whatever scale you want to create it in like 2 to 5 years, and except for if your scale is like giant like mine, in which case it'll take you a long time. But you start in 2 to 5 years, and this is just on your journey. Now, this will be applicable to network marketing because I know a lot of network marketers. So I like to speak to them because I think that they, of course, can help me win the presidential elections in 2020 if the industry wanted. In a second, they can do it. And also, I'm speaking to business owners. So this isn't specific to where it's only going to work for network marketing, but it's not going to work for business. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I've got a whiteboard over here. Okay. And let me tell you kind of like what I'm going to do. Okay. And then we're going to bring this together. And these are intentions. And whether or not I accomplish these intentions in this exact way to me is actually quite irrelevant. They're just intentions to do it. My intention is to do this. Actually, I'm going to start studying intentions that are actually quite different, that are like more working on the system that then creates X result that expands. I actually think that that makes a better way to do it. So let me actually do this. I'll just stand up. I'll just move it over here because I like to stand up. Okay. And let me teach you how to do this now. Okay. And I encourage you to like this content and to share this content. If people aren't going to like and share my stuff that's like really good that they like, I'm just not going to make stuff like this, and I'll just talk about God all the time, right? And if that's what you want, then don't like and share my stuff. That's fine. You know, I actually don't care if you like and share my stuff. I don't need it. I don't even need to do this training in order to get the results that I want. I'm just giving it to you for free out of the goodness of my heart. I've done $200 million in sales. You should listen to me. Okay, I went from living in a van to doing $200 million in sales, and really, you know, nobody's ever seen anybody that can build teams like me. There's 0 people on the planet that anybody's ever seen that can build teams like I can. You say, well, this person built a bigger team. Yeah, sure, but not like me. Not of my variety of people. Not of my like 18-year-olds making $50,000 and $100,000 a month, and all these people I help make money and all these different things that are out there. There's nobody like me on the face of the planet that can do the kind of things that I can do. Now, the closest person that's done anything sort of like that is like, I'd say Russell Brunson, but Russell Brunson even does it differently than I do it. But I'll tell you, I could just walk into a room and people change their careers. I don't even need to say anything. That's how good I am. All right, so you're like, that's how good I'm getting. How about that, right? All right, now, I call this Enlightened Adaptation. Now, this is a part 1 of a 2-part series. The next part is going to be at 6:36 p.m. So I've got a little bit to do this. I'm going to do that other part on Facebook, and also I'll do it on this YouTube channel, okay? The reason is I want you guys to understand exactly how to get the results that you want. So this is going to teach you how to do it. And the next video, think about this as like, I've been talking about this memory training I'm going to do. Think about like what I'm going to teach you as just some of what I'm going to give you in that memory training, which is really more of a consciousness training. However, it's related to memory because it teaches you the synaptic skills of forming intelligence that just automatically creates memory rather than needing to even do it on purpose, right? Which is what Morse courses teach. And actually, they're really good ones that teach you how to do it on purpose. And then mine will just teach you how to create memory that just like comes out of nowhere and you just remember because your brain is just working better, right? That's actually the purpose, and that's to prepare you to be able to, you know, conquer any object that you want, right? So the goal is flexibility of consciousness, right? And you say, is this related to this network marketing company that you joined? Well, yeah, because this will help me build that company. So I have a intention up here. We always want to start with intention, and then get 100 customers in 24 hours. 1,000 in 72, 10,000 in 7 days, and 100,000 in 2 weeks. Now, originally, this was a little bit faster, but I ran into some snags that I didn't understand some things with the company and how to do this properly. So I wound up getting a few active customers is what I did. And then I've already got 2 people that want to join from the 2, right? And really, they probably, most of them want to join. So it's like, I'm getting like 2 out of 3 just want to upgrade and buy the BizOp from nothing. I don't even care what package they join at. It's irrelevant to me what package they join at. Okay. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what package they join at. What matters is that they get in where they can get in, and they start where they can start. And if they want to just join the low package, they can join it. If they want to join the big package, they can join that instead because it's a better package if they can afford it. However, really the product is free. So I'm explaining this as part of my model, and we're going to help people build whatever they want. So it's not going to be a company where it's like, oh, you can only promote our company, you can only join our downline, you can only do our thing, and we're excluding all these other people. This is actually not what we're going to do, okay? And it's a great company, and I'll plug into them. And I'll have my own individual culture too that's outside of that, and I'll have a billion businesses I start. So we start with enlightenment habits, and we say meditation. Now, the next one is going to be, I'm going to do a 30 to 45-minute free guided visualization to help you get whatever results you want in your life on YouTube and Facebook. And it'll be like the most mind-stretching thing you have done in a while, and it's just going to be free, okay? And this is a fraction of a tiny little percent, like a little speck on the side of the road of the content that you'll receive in the course and the training, and it's just being around my team and just being around my stuff. Now, I could have signed those people up already, but I was waiting to figure out the things with the product to make sure I understand the product, because I don't care if I sign people up. I actually don't even, it's irrelevant to me if I sign people up. They're going to sign up. My point is I'm there promoting the product. And here's the thing, if my first circle doesn't work, what the hell am I bringing people into, right? I'm not going to bring people into some scheming nonsense where it's just all about getting rich to get rich to get rich to get rich. We're going to bring people into something where the circles work, right? Where we teach them how to make the circles work in their own business, where we teach them how to make their circle work in their insurance business, right? Wherever they're doing, they got profit, 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 profit. Every area of your life, hear me, every area of your life should monetize. Okay? Because otherwise you're wasting your time. And how are you actually keeping score and keeping track if you don't have every area of your life monetized? I originally had somebody tell me that was quite an evil person. Okay. And then, however, it's a true principle. It's a good principle that he probably learned from a billionaire who was righteous. Every area of your life should monetize. Every second of the day should monetize. Every time you open your mouth, it should monetize. Either short-term or long-term. We said, what do I mean? Well, you're just building friendships, right? And then all your friends wind up working together in different businesses in the future because you're not a butt wonky with them. Okay? I'm going to tone down the cussing a little bit. I've been saying the BS word a lot. I'm going to tone that down for y'all because I got excited. I got a little too excited about it. Right? Bull honky. I like that better. But sometimes it's just good to say bullshit. That's the one time I'll say it in this video, okay? So those of you that like it. Now forget that I said it now, okay? All right. Unless you want it. So everything starts with an intention. Every day, week, month, year, 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, 100,000 years, and million years plus. You say, really? Yeah, because if you don't do that, your thinking is like this big. You say, well, what if I don't live a million years? Then you set an intention for your family who will live there, who will be there a million years. And they'll travel to the stars in a million years. Right? The important thing is to have the intention. Next thing is, you have principles emerging from Torah. And I'll talk about that in the daily personal growth, so I'm not going to talk about that here, but it needs to go there. I didn't put the higher power stuff there because this is just kind of assumed because everything is related to the higher powers. The whole thing is higher power based. It's not like one area that's separate from everything. The whole thing is higher power based. Okay? I mean, the fact that we got a viewer on here, just imagine that expanding into 2 and 3 viewers and stuff like that. This is like the most valuable stuff that you've seen in a long time. From me, from anyone, really. Like that last video I had, just brilliant from the beginning to the end. I had comments about it. Okay. Next thing is you have a game plan. What's a game plan? A game plan is, here's what we're going to do in the next 72 hours, the next week, and the next month, the next 2 months. No need to hurry. However, let's capitalize while you're excited. Okay, because excitement in the immature wears off. In the mature, what do? They just keep themselves excited. They know how to do it. So they keep themselves just excited. The whole time they keep themselves as excited. And they're always looking for things to make them more excited. Nothing makes you more excited if you're a man than a woman, I'll tell you that. Okay? I think about my wife, I get excited. Okay? In my pants. No, all right. I don't know what this is. I can't remember. Growth, probably. But then we got a business plan. Like, this is something you need to do in your first 2 weeks. Let's say you started even a network marketing business that is not even like generally a real business. Okay, you're a distributor for something that's a real business. Okay. Maybe you have your own business that owns that business, or your ministry that owns that ministry. So in 2 to 5 years, you're planning on making $100,000 a month with no business plan? How stupid is this? No, it ain't going to happen. It won't happen. And if it happens, it'll fall apart because you don't know what you're doing. Now, how do you make $100,000 a month and you keep it? 2 principles. Number 1, tithe. Number 2, right? I could put a lot of principles here, but I'm just tithe. This is putting the higher power first because everything's higher power. 2, right? What do you do? What do you do next? The first circle, the second circle, the third circle. Opposite. Third circle. I'll explain this tonight on Facebook predominantly, and I'll also probably do the live stream here because it makes sense to do it. And I'll just do a stand-up whiteboard presentation explaining it, okay? Be the most valuable thing you've ever seen in terms of network marketing training. This will crush literally every network marketing training you have ever seen for any purpose. It'll crush everything, okay? And there's more circles than that, but we'll start there. Okay? What's the first circle? Because this is where it starts. The first circle is, first of all, your principles and habits. In business terms, your first circle is what? The principles and habits manifesting in the form where everything profits. What does that mean? It needs to profit independent of reps. It needs to profit independent of reps. Independent of reps. So if this business cannot profit independent of representatives, what is it? It's an excuse to pass money around. This is all that it is. Do you want to build a business that's based on an excuse to pass money around? So again, this is whoever just joined. This is part 1. Part 2 is going to be in like 30 minutes or so. I got a few minutes left here, and then I'm going to do some personal development, some study, some visualization. And we're going to keep this for the next personal development thing. And I'm going to teach you how to do visualization, to set an intention, to get whatever it is that you want. Tell all your friends on Facebook, and imagine there are a lot of viewers piling on to that because it'll be the best training you've ever seen in a long time on anything. This will transfer to everything because we're working with the imagination for 30 minutes. One thing that you could admit about me, who has a better imagination than me? Nobody on the planet, right? Now, okay, we'll just leave it at that, right? I'm going to teach you how to use your imagination to get what you want. Okay? Hey, what's up, Anders? Good to see you. All right. So, we got these principles. We got everything working together. Now you're profiting independent of the opportunity. And now what do? You got to teach your team to do the same thing. This is the second circle. You got to teach the leaders how to create the first and the second circle. This is the third circle, but I explain it tonight, okay? Because this needs to be explained. Principle number 5, taproot. Principle number 6, balance. Principle number 7, righteousness. And whatever you want that to mean is fine for you. Okay? I'm not going to dump my righteousness down your throat, except for I will explain it all the time, and then you can receive it or not. That's your choice. Okay? Because I'm not going to open my mouth and pretend that I know this stuff and then not tell you where I'm getting this top secret information, which is just the Torah, the first 5 books of Moses. It's all there. It's all like right in the Torah, all this stuff. Practically word for word, right? Not exactly like this. No, it's not word for word, but it is also word for word. It's like this is actually where it comes from. It comes from that. So how can I even explain this without referencing it? Del Britt used to do that. And then people respect him because he's saying what he wants. And then they're like, I can also say what I want. And I don't have to talk about that. And I could talk about whatever I want to believe in. And they can talk about whatever they want to believe in because we're free. None of this crap where you can't be free. It's bull crap. Grow up. Right? So what do you do? I'm going to give you a short training on the first circle that'll just this is going to be like a fraction of what you're going to learn tonight. So I'm going to do, well, let me explain. I'm going to do 2 hangouts tonight. One is going to be a guided visualization. The next one that I'm going to do, which is going to be later in the night, it'll probably be like 10 o'clock my time or something like that. So it'll be like midnight Eastern or something like that. It'll be late, okay, late night, late hour. The next one is going to be explaining all this stuff. So the next one's guided meditation. The one after that, so it'll be three-part series, okay? It'd be the most valuable free thing This is better than what people are teaching in courses, because I'm not interested in making courses that teach nothing, right? That you can get on YouTube. You can get all this stuff on YouTube. It's just, knowledge is free. If you're going to make a course, it needs to come with actionable workbooks. It needs to come with downloadable audios. It needs to be very well organized information. It needs to answer questions. It needs to have customer service, right? Or it's just bullshit. Oh, I said it right. It's bull honky. I'm sorry, Dad. Right? It's bull honky, Dad. How you get offended at bull? No, it's not. This is your choice, right? This is the point. My dad's great. I honor my father. All right. You didn't like it when I swear. It's offensive to him, right? I love you, Dad. But I got my own way too. You know what I mean? But I love you and I respect you and I respect your differences of opinion. All right. Now, first circle, second circle, third circle, taproot, balance, righteousness. Okay. You go and do this, and this isn't really in order, because I'd say the righteousness would even come first. But we're teaching you how to make money because this is what you want. So let's teach you that first, because you're not interested in that unless I teach you how to get what you want with it. If I can teach you how to get what you want with it every time, I'm saying everybody's going to believe it anyway, because it's going to be the most prosperous thing they've ever seen. The bigger your imagination can be, the bigger the results you can create. Period. It's just a matter of time before your results catch up to the imagination. Okay? Okay, so how does this manifest? The daily growth for me, it's like 3 hours a day of study in the Torah and in the Bible. That's enough for me. I actually like beyond that. It's like, do I need personal growth? Other growth is useful. Maybe 5 minutes a day is sufficient. Really. I mean, everything that I ever need to learn about everything is in the Torah and the New Testament and the prophets and my scriptures. And so my point is, that teaches me the foundation to understand all other knowledge very quickly. So if I understand this knowledge, which takes me time, then I look at other knowledge, which is infinitely more simplistic. It's like a little speck and peon of knowledge compared to this. Look, compared to this, let me just tell you something. Compared to this, everything else in the whole world is like a speck inkling of a peon, even the most complex scientific information that exists, like the theory of relativity. It's like, compared to this, it's like, what is the theory of relativity without this? It doesn't even exist. You know what I mean? It doesn't even exist without that, because none of us would be even alive without that. That's what people need to understand, right? My point is that it's like, oh yeah, all this stuff. It's like, I just want to get rich, and it's like this little peon speck on the side of the road, this little pathetic little speck that we're walking by all this knowledge compared to what we're talking about. So then you do this, then you look at the speck, and all of a sudden the speck is a golden tower, and you see how valuable it is, right? But you got to put it in order. So daily group, and I'm going to teach you how I do my personal development tonight for free. And this is an inkling of a speckling of a tiny little itty bitty, teensy weensy inkling of what you're going to learn in, my training, which is going to be more of a consciousness training than a memory training. I've already decided that, because I think that the consciousness training is going to be more universally received than memory training would be. And it's going to teach you how to create like new consciousness maps and all sorts of things that basically it's basically going to destroy every training that you've ever been through in your life, except for there's only one course that I know that'll be equal to it in a different way. There's only one course that I know that's equal to it in a different way. Only one. Okay. That's how good this training is going to be. So I'm not going to do that tonight or anything. It's not ready. It might not be ready for a month because I'm building my business and I got to do things that I got to follow the money. Okay. And if I'm talking about my stuff on my King David channel, and I got, before they decided to change, only 2 viewers that later, of course, turned into 100,000. I respect all of you and thank you for exponentially expanding. I'm manifesting that now as more people are piling on. Look, the reality is that, I got to follow the money, right? Yeah, my problem, Anders Dankin says, hey, Dave, my problem was getting my team to get results. So I got kind of fed up with always having to require new reps because my reps won't see results. What would you do? I'll explain it tonight. I was going to give you a little training on this. This is all I'm going to talk about now. I'm not going to talk about the third circle now, okay? You explode on them like a wild maniac if they attempt to do anything in their business first other than get customers. You explode like you're a maniac. You're like, ah! And they're like, what? You recruited somebody. How many customers do you got? Now, we're thankful you brought that person in their hair too. But look, how many customers do you got? Well, is he a customer? No, he's a rep that buys product. They're different. Do you want to be poor all your life? Like all your life, do you want to be poor? Okay? 100% for the next 1,000 years, do you want to be poor? Right? No. All right. Now that we've established you don't want to be poor for the next 1,000 years, can you make me a promise and swear with your hand on the Bible if that's what you believe? But don't swear, just promise with your hand on the Bible because Jesus said not to do that. So just say, I promise with my hand on the Bible, right? Because Jesus said swear not at all. I promise with my hand on the Bible that, right, I will not recruit a single other person until I have gotten 20 customers unless my customers want to upgrade and join. They say, why would I do that? Because you're going to be poor all your life, like I was for years. If you do anything other than that, it's stupid. It's mentally insane. Now, we're thankful, and your friend's not stupid, and we're thankful because your new friend, hey, you were brought in a little bit wrong. You were brought in a little out of order. Your friend got excited and just told you about this opportunity before they even had a real business. Can you promise me that you're going to go out in your business and get 20 customers? Right? The problem is 100% solved. Yeah, it's better to sell a product that's both customer and leading with the opportunity is not duplicatable, people. It's not. Because what are you duplicating? Mental retardation is what you're duplicating. Okay? Look, it's been 21 minutes. I'm done. This is part 1, and where's it leading? Parts 2, 3. Again, part 2 is going to be a consciousness training. So think about this like a free preview, like a smidgen of a tiny itsy bitsy teensy weensy itty bitty weeny preview, okay, for free. It'll be on my YouTube. It'll also be on my Facebook, okay, of what you're going to learn, in the course that I'm going to develop later when I have some time, after I establish my authority to go and to teach people principles that are going to build teams together by doing it again. So I got to do that first. That makes more sense to do that first. And then I'm going to develop this course that's going to really help all of you get to, like, we're talking the level that you're going to get to from this course, from this consciousness training is like, I mean, you'll like walk into a bar and the chick will just walk up and talk to you from your imagination alone. That's how powerful your imagination can get from this. Like in a short period of time, because we overload the brain like you can't imagine with like the most rigid, regimented, like difficult things that it's ever done in its life. Every moment of it's exhausting, right? Yeah, great. I have my whiteboard and I'm standing up and stuff like that because then I get the energy, right? So what we're going to do, the next one I'll probably be sitting down because we're going to do, I want to do meditation and I want to like be stillness and stuff like this. So we're gonna tie all of this together and we're gonna visualize it. And we're gonna stretch your imagination and have you looking in multiple directions at once in your imagination and having you remember multiple times at once. It's gonna be crazy. And you're gonna snap it all together and the universe pull together what you want. Right? Look, I'm done for now. I've got 15 minutes to prepare for that one, so I got to charge myself up because I'm a little tired.